let's keep this party going. I'm thinking it's time we set our sights on the Commonwealth.
I think I like where you're going with this.
Yeah, I kind of figured you would. Taking back Nuka World is a big friggin' deal, no question. But it can't be the end of things. It needs to be a beginning. I would just need a goal, something to focus on. If they ain't got it, they'll wind up turning on each other. In an operation this big, we're gonna need more of, well, everything. Nobody's gonna hand it to us. We need to take it. Commonwealth has a ton of shitty little settlements that could be put to better use. Don't you think?
Sure. And I suppose you'll have someone else give the orders while I'm gone.
Hey, ever since you set foot in Nuka World, I've been looking out for your interest into this headlong. We take it slow.
Sure.
If we're aiming to grab a piece of the Commonwealth, it's going to take the right contacts and a lot of muscle. I say we go have ourselves a chat with Shank. He's the point man for everything entering and leaving Nuka World. He floated this idea before. He's in charge of the caravan, so...
If you're vouching for this Shank guy, that sounds good enough to me.
You think he ended up at the top of my Christmas list? Just head over and talk to the guy. And while you're doing that, I've already got the gangs working on getting Nuka World's power plant up and running. It's about time we shed some real light around here. Oh, and if you need my advice and you want me to keep tagging along, you've got it.
Damn it, why can't this just be over?
Gotta chase what you want to catch.
Aye.
Pursuit's bigger than ever, but we can manage our shit. Nuka World's looking good. Well, look who it is. Liking what you've done with the place, boss. Gang certainly seem pleased with their new little kingdoms. Haven't seen people this revved up since last time someone spiked the water fountains. Never formally introduced myself. Name's Shank. And if you and Nuka World's favorite Cyclops are standing here, well, I suppose he expects you might be the one to finally get things back on track and to convince you it was time to move on the Commonwealth.
Hey now, no convincing, just a friendly conversation between like-minded individuals.
Sounded like a good idea.
Because it is. Giving the gang spots to call their own around the park, it bought you some goodwill. But providing them with their own domains, carved from the settlements of the Commonwealth, well, I can't think of a better way to solidify your place around here. Plus, make us all a pretty penny along the way. Well, all you've got to do is say the word, and we can let the fun begin.
I wanted to ask about your role in this. Which gang do you work for?
Don't work for the gangs. Gage brought me in to work for the overboss. Plan was I'd advise Coulter in his grand scheme to... And despite Coulter's change of heart, I've kept my ear to the ground. I'm hoping today might finally be it.
So, what exactly is it you do?
Getting us established on the other side of those mountains. Claiming territory, running jobs, keeping folks loyal. Gage and Coulter also tasked me with keeping on top of the goings-on back there. So I'll provide you with guidance on the places we can hit. Kind of makes me your one-stop shop for causing havoc in the Commonwealth.
That was all I had.
So, does that mean you're ready to begin?
Okay, let's get started.
Ears.
Shank ain't kidding. This is gonna be all kinds of fun.
So getting us set up in the Commonwealth is gonna require 3 things. Territory, provisions, and loyalty. First things first, territory. we're gonna need to claim a settlement for our gang to work from. An outpost. And there are two ways to claim new territory. You can head in yourself and convince the locals to leave. Or I can get a crew together and you all can put them in the dirt. How you do it is up to you. So, first big decision. You want to talk them off their land? Or you want to wipe them out?
I think you know what I'd rather do, boss.
Get a gang together. Those settlers are as good as dead.
Stick with the classics. Now, once you and the crew have cleaned the place out, those lucky girls and boys will move in and start working the place. Of course, every outpost you claim for a gang is going to be something the other gangs don't have. And none of them like the thought of their rivals getting a leg up on them. Which gang you want to join you on the job?
The pack.
Sure. I'll get a steak on a string or something.
Gotta let the dogs run around every once in a while, huh?
Now for a new outpost, you'll usually want to target a spot with plenty of populated settlements. Taffington Boathouse, Croup Manor, Greentop Nursery, the Slog, though I'll need to go through my notes again. We're not always going to be able to run every job against every settlement. So, you ready to pick the spot for Nuka World's first new homestead?
Let's get this show on the road.
Yeah.
Put your hands up.
You gotta be kidding me. Gah! Have it your way.
Starting something, or are you just having fun?
This joint.
Yeah, this place ain't too bad. Gotta get supplies coming in. Head back and tell him we're good to go here.
Well. Word going around is there's some new raider boss.
It's a damn good start.
I'll make sure your cut of any caps the outpost pulls in are waiting in your quarters. So, now that we got part 1 on the books, we can move on to part 2, provisions. If you want to hang on to this newfound territory, you're going to need to convince a nearby settlement to start handing over shipments of supplies. I'll make sure those shipments get distributed direct to the outpost. Any caps they provide will be waiting in your trunk up in Fizztop. And the more a settlement produces for itself, the more of each we can get them to cough. It's up to you. You can try talking to them yourself, convince them to hand over the goods, or you and a crew can introduce some bullets to some kneecaps.
Why stop at kneecaps?
Kneecaps? Meet bullets.
Sounds good. I'll make sure everyone knows this is a maiming job. So, which gang you want to back you up?
The pack.
Works for me. Then all that's left is the target. Only wrinkle is that it's got to be near our crew's new outpost. No settlement's just gonna hand over goods if there's no one close by to follow up on threats. Settlements are within range of our outpost. You can check the map in your Pip-Boy. Joint called Nordhagen Beach, I think, is close enough to work. Could be a good target, though I'd need to check my notes, of course. Alright, that one will work. The turnover provisions ain't complicated. Beat the locals so bad they don't want to fight anymore. Put any backup they might have called in the dirt. Your crew will be waiting when you get there. I'll remind them not to kill the goods. Don't have too much fun.
You got some kind of death wish? Oh, it's you.
Hey, don't let running things get in the way of partying. Life's too short, boss. Even cubs and pups are showing their colors these days.
Hey there.
Boss, let's chat. Shank says you might need our help vacating the squatters living in our new digs. And ain't it just your lucky day? Wait till you see what I got. Not sure how they got themselves dead like that. Dang. They took them apart and made a little something different out of the parts. It was just gonna be a toy for my pets, but it's more useful than that. Beasts find these things irresistible. Toss them on the ground, and anything nearby and hungry will come a-running, ripping anything in their path to pieces. But, you're gonna want to be as safe as possible. Oh, and here, take this paper. Don't look so surprised.
Can I use it indoors?
Nah, doorknobs. Bane of creatures great and small. Also, the sense tuned for creatures in the common one.
A bag of animal bits. Well, this isn't the worst thing I've ever been given. Thank you, Mason.
You don't forget us, all right?
soon as you say go, we'll go black and lose some settlers.
Let's do this.
All right.
Oh, shit!
You're gonna start supplying Nuka World. Understand?
All right. We'll send whatever you want. Just leave us alone.
There's a lot of yapping about wiping us out.
Then I guess we'll just have to let them know who they're dealing with. You did good. Now get going. The adults are gonna discuss this. Figure this would happen sooner or later. Our out think we're honing in on their territory. Sounds like they're planning to tear the place up, and our people with it. Suppose this provides us a good opportunity to make an example.
Mayhem and destruction is what I'm thinking. For what it's worth.
I will rip them to shreds personally.
Bing Commonwealth understand. Force. But you should probably get going. Wouldn't be neighborly.
Damn idiot leader, a piece of my mind. Now where are they?
Heard some rumbles, this one didn't get you either. Figure I shouldn't be surprised.
Those raiders won't be causing us any more problems.
Loyalty. Without loyalty, everything that's yours ain't. And to keep a crew loyal, you need to keep them happy. Now, keeping raiders happy isn't real hard. Just have to make sure they've got their basic necessities, that they've got some things to keep them entertained, and that their food's taken care of, which, with raiders, well, isn't like dealing with other settlements. Now, if you want me to go into detail on any of that, you just say.
What can you tell me about entertainment for the outpost?
Keep folks distracted if you're lacking in certain basics. Constructing pick-me-up stations or getting one of your crew working on a booze still will certainly help lift your outpost's spirits. And if the place has got a Nuka World transmitter powered up, you can construct amplifiers to help as well. Anything else I can answer for you?
Tell me more about providing...
Managing your outpost's food can get a little tricky. No one ever joined a crew to dig in the dirt, so you'll want to make sure you've convinced enough settlements to supply your gang. People at the outpost can farm in a pinch, but they sure as hell won't be happy about it. Now, if you're ever wondering if your outpost has enough food, you should take a look in your Pip-Boy. It ought to have a page that'll show you everything your outpost currently needs, food included. If they're low on grub, it's probably time to get a new settlement, or you could always drop some food direct in their workshop if it comes to it.
I want to know more about managing the outpost's basic necessities.
Day-to-day needs. They're pretty straightforward. Just need to make sure you've set up solid defenses. Plenty of beds under cover. Is there anything else?
I think I've got everything I need to know.
Questions? You come find me. Or you can always consult that Pip-Boy on your arm. No better tool to tell you what your outpost may be hurting for. Now, depending on the state of the place when you hit it, this first outpost might already have some of the bare bones set up. All you've got to do is build up what's missing. If you want to run some jobs to convince more settlements to start sending supplies, well, you know how this works. And I was thinking, with the outpost coming as far as it has, might be time I set up shop there. You just let me know if that's something that'd interest you. So, there anything I can do?
I want you to head to an outpost.
All right. Where am I going? Suppose I better get a move on.
Shank.
Look who it is. Got something?
Looking to run a job.
Yeah. What kind of job we talking here?
Put the word out. Me and a crew are gonna convince some settlers to start paying up.
Sure. And which gang you want to join you on the job?
The pack.
I'll send word along. Or Howl or something.
Excuse me.
Boss, you got some settlers you need roughed up?
Let's do this. Thanks out.
Shit.
Attention, please. Employment opportunities await at Cambridge Polytechnic.
Good news, friend. You've been selected to supply the gangs of Nuka World. Or else.
What? Oh, yeah, sure. We'll make sure you're...
Hey, Shank.
Place is looking good, boss. Everything a gang of lowlifes could ask for.